making his stand against Islamic extremists in his capital of Islamabad. A radical cleric is holed up in a mosque and girls' school right now, surrounded by government troops. Hundreds of students have escaped during lulls in the fighting, but up to 1,000 may still be inside. Our senior international correspondent Nick Robertson is a veteran of covering conflicts in South Asia and joins us now live from London. Nick, what's this all about?
John, this is something that's been brewing for a long time. This is a radical mosque. It's also a madrasa, a religious school. It's the biggest female religious school in the whole world. It's also one of the largest male madrasas, male religious schools in the whole of Pakistan. Thousands of young students are taught there. I spoke with the cleric that's held up inside right now last September. He told me at that time that he believed that his young students should go to Afghanistan, should fight US troops there. I put that to the Prime Minister of Pakistan at that time, September last year, almost a year ago. Why aren't you doing anything about this? It was right on the doorstep of the government of Pakistan. He said, no, we can deal with this, we can deal with it. Well, the situation escalated to the point where these students were taking the law into their own hands in Islamabad. Burqa-clad women carrying sticks, taking over a brothel, arresting the madam of the brothel, the alleged madam of the brothel, taking her away. The students, male students, forcing video stores there to close down, burning their videos. The government now, after even several months after that, now seems to have come into conflict finally with the madrasa, and now this very tense standoff with the hundreds of students inside. They have weapons in there. I've seen them before, John.
So these religious leaders, Nick, are they supporters of the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, or both?
Both. Mullah Abdul Rashid Ghazi, who's holding out inside the mosque there, I spoke to him again a few months ago. I told him, what's going to happen if the government comes knocking on your door to close you down? He said, we'll stand and fight, we'll raise trouble in the rest of the country. So far, that doesn't appear to have happened, but his background is a very troubling one, or could be at least for the Pakistani government. He met Osama bin Laden back in 1998. He says his views are very much in line with Osama bin Laden, and they've been trying to bring those Taliban religious laws to the center of the capital of Pakistan, just a few miles from the seat of the government. He told me that the laws in the city should reflect the same laws that are in the tribal region, the border region, where the Taliban holds sway right now, John.
Is this a sign of trouble for Musharraf, Nick?
It's another pressure on President Musharraf. It's one that he seems to keep on the back burner. The reason, and let's face it, there are many hundreds of thousands of young students in religious schools like this across Pakistan. There are thousands of madrasas, hundreds of thousands of students. About 10 to 15% of those madrasas have a very religious extremist base, or at least that's how it would be viewed by a lot of the rest of the world. And President Musharraf has been in partnership with some of the religious political leaders who run these madrasas, so he hasn't been able to take them and combat them head on. Right now, things seem to have come to an impasse that he cannot ignore them. If you go back to April this year, in the space of 1 week, 4 US congressional delegations going to Pakistan, right when these troubles were kicking off. Very clear the message at that time coming to Pervez Musharraf: your country is in trouble, the extremists are getting stronger, you're our ally in the war on terror. What can you do about it?
And that religious leader, Abdul Rashid Ghazi, vowing that he will die before he surrenders. Nick Robertson for us in London this morning on all of that. Nick, thanks for sharing your expertise. Appreciate it.